olive branch offer only applies to Chief Secretary. The Tourism Secretary says a small budget will be allocated for Tobago Carnival. And Bethesda man charged with murder of precious wills. This is Tobago Updates Television News for Tuesday, 5th of September 2023. I am Kristen Solandi. Good evening. Topping the news tonight. The olive branch is only meant for Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, as clarified by PDP political leader Watson Duke. Duke expounded on his earlier statement about being open to forgiving Farley Augustine for any past transgressions. During an appearance on the Tobago Updates morning show, Duke outlined his intention to adopt a diplomatic approach in his interactions with the Chief Secretary. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
PDP political leader Watson Duke may be prepared to extend forgiveness to Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, but this forgiveness is not extended to anyone else.
I did not refer my request to meet and to put Tobago first, but no whatever thing you call that thing. I don't know what it is. All right? I've spoken to Farley directly in my letter asking him for us to sit and talk.
Over the past year, Augustine and Duke have engaged in numerous public disagreements, leading to strained relations. Augustine later separated from the PDP along with other members of the Executive Council. They subsequently established the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, with the support of a few hundred followers. Duke perceived these actions as a betrayal. Although he is not inclined to unite with the TPP, he is open to the idea of the Chief Secretary inviting individuals to participate in a reconciliation meeting.
I can't write a letter to everybody. All right? It's up to him to bring whosoever he wants to bring, and I can't tell him that. If we're going to meet, it is our meeting. He can bring whomsoever he will.
Duke does not acknowledge the TPP as a legitimate political party since they have not yet contested an election. Additionally, he believes that they did not fulfill the mandate of the PDP, the political entity under which they were originally elected.
We have to recognize that the idea of let's fix Tobago is not just a catchphrase, it is a vow, it's a pledge of Tobagonians. They take that seriously. What have we fixed? Nothing.
Duke explained that his motivation for reaching out to Augustine was to ensure that the people of Tobago received the representation they voted for. He credited his leadership for the 14-1 success at the THA elections.
And I believe the ideas that I have is superior to the one that they have. And therefore, and the last time we went to the poll, it showed that it was great ideas. The people voted for it. So indeed, I reckon them to be political enemies.
Duke said he is not seeking to be Deputy Chief Secretary or regular secretary, but he wants to work on fulfilling mandates. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, in light of the PDP political leader Watson Duke extending an olive branch to Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, we sought some of your opinions on the matter. In this Tobago Says segment, we asked, should Chief Secretary Farley Augustine and Watson Duke reconcile?
Because they had worked tirelessly together to bring the party to where it is today, and I find they're supposed to come together and talk and have a little more reasoning and understanding.
We are going back to square one, and that will show by the whole process. We have the plan to go forward, and let us work with what we have. I think we are going very good at this point in time, and let it continue like that. I hope the reconciliation will cancel out everything that we have achieved so far.
I find you ungrateful regardless what. Everybody does have their shortcomings. And they have the little differences from day one. That's the man that started the party. And I find they should trash that out and start over.
Yes, absolutely. Politics is not a perfect game. Sometimes people who have commonalities have differences of opinion.
Yes, I find the Chief Secretary should make up with Watson Duke and put that behind the back and move on. Because it have a lot of things to take place in Tobago here, and if both of them combine together, I feel things will get done.
Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Dr. Faith P. Israel, is attending a conference in Antigua and Barbuda. It is focused on accelerating the Montevideo Consensus on Caribbean Population. The Caribbean Forum Population and Development Seminar, in collaboration with the UN Population Fund and the UN Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, addresses this topic. It centers on the Montevideo Consensus, adopted in 2013, covering over 100 priority actions like population policy, youth, aging, sexual health, gender equality, migration, inequality, and indigenous issues. The seminar examines demographic trends, reviews progress on the Montevideo Consensus, and analyzes key population concerns. Attendees include heads of government, ministers, parliamentarians, intergovernmental organizations, and civic stakeholders. Let's take a quick break. More news when we return.
There's a new date for Tobago Swim Fest, September 17th, 2023. Come and witness the main event, the 4-kilometer swim from Pigeon Point to Buku Point. More than $25,000 in prizes. It's a family affair, so come out from 11 a.m. on the beautiful Buku Beach. There'll be swimming races, sandcastle building, and seafood on sale. Come and enjoy a fun day at the beach. Calling swimmers from Crown Point to Charlottesville. Registration on the day.
So your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket, like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
But this place is boring enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes? Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
Mount Pleasant Credit Union Back to School Loan Promotion. Loans up to $15,000. Requirements: job letter and a payslip no more than 1 month old. Utility bill, copy of book list, salary deduction, 10% down payment for self-employed persons, evidence of income and expenditure, bank statement, 12 to 18 months, other supporting document. Promotion ends October 18. Contact us at 639-8375 or 8108 or check us out on www.mpcutobago.com or email us at loan@mpcutobago.com. Mount Pleasant Credit Union's Back to School Loan Promotion.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below. 'Cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look out below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look out below. 'Cause this is your show.
Summerama, real steam for the summer standard. Is a dream for the summer. Dreamy, steamy standard. What you have? All the best deals, no drama. Standard be deed like armor. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more. Standards are what is searching for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online in store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beaten on quality and price. It nice.
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
Thanks for staying with us. The Judiciary advises making cash payments for court-ordered expenses at the NLCB lotto booths across the country to avoid payout delays. In a statement, they noted that payments from lotto booths take 4 days to process. When payments go through to other vendors, delays occur as the Judiciary can't make upfront payouts. Instead, they pay out only upon receiving funds for the voucher. While progress has been made by switching to NLCB, some delays persist. The Judiciary recommends using NLCB lotto booths until these issues are resolved. While the budget for the Tobago Carnival is yet to be finalized, the Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tashia Burris, said it would not cost as much as the previous year. The main reason for lower costs is attributed to the decision to centralize all events in Scarborough. Senior reporter Candice Jackson has more details in this report.
In 2022, the THA budgeted $17 million for the hosting of Tobago Carnival. However, the Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tashia Burris, announced that they are still working out the final costs, but it will not be as much as last year. They are saving money by reducing infrastructure expenses and hosted all events in Scarborough.
We're probably only budgeting to spend maybe $1.6 million on that, and as I said, that makes it cheaper for us this year because we're not building out infrastructure in 3 different venues to support activities. So that what you find is that the budget actually is more skewed towards marketing the carnival.
While last year's hosting of Tobago Carnival faced criticism for not yielding a substantial return on investment, she advised her critics that returns on investments are not necessarily received in tangible form, as persons including the central government expect.
The investment made in our carnival is not for the government to regain revenue on the carnival, but it's stimulating economic activity in the sector.
Rather than assessing success solely from financial terms, the Tourism Secretary emphasized that their definition of success involves presenting Tobago's culture in an enjoyable manner.
And for us, success is one, ensuring that we have a product that totally sells the idea of what Tobago is. What we're trying to put on the stage, the ritual, the revelry, the release. There's place for the mud, there's place for our traditional characters, there's place for our contemporary mass band. There's a space for everybody to come in the street and be part of the revelry. And there's also going to be this spectacle that we are creating for people to stand and watch.
Burris pointed out that Carnival is a period when event promoters and downstream businesses can flourish. However, the primary challenge they are currently faced with is the limited availability of flights on the air bridge. The Tobago West MP, Shampakajo, mentioned that by the end of September, they will determine whether Caribbean Airlines can add extra flights. Secretary Burris expressed dissatisfaction with this situation, deeming it inadequate and unacceptable.
People are not waiting until September month end or first week in October to book. So recognizing that and understanding that means that we can't take a month to make that decision. People are ready to pay now. The band leaders have essentially said, look, we have a list of people in Trinidad who want to come and play mass. This is the evidence.
Tobago Carnival is scheduled for October 27th to the 29th. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
According to Superintendent Rodhill Kerr, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has been working non-stop over the last week to solve the murder of 17-year-old Precious Wills. Wills died after she was shot in the chest on August 27th at the Up Top Bar and Lounge in Crown Point while liming with her friend. She was later declared dead on arrival at the Scarborough General Hospital. The alleged perpetrator is now being brought to justice.
With the murder, the suspect, Umar Charles of Bethesda, he appeared before magistrate yesterday, was remanded in custody, and I think the next court appearance is the 2nd of October.
Kirk notes that it is illegal for any establishment with a license to sell alcohol to and have persons under the age of 18 present on its premises. The issue, he noted, has been overlooked by the public in their discussions about the murder.
Going forward, these are things that the police in the district will look into. You know, we are due to embark on an education drive, speaking with the stakeholders, bar owners, etc., so that they, will be more aware in treating with when patrons are participating in their establishments.
The superintendent expects that safety measures will be implemented to ensure that patrons and visitors feel secure while socializing in Crown Point. The funeral service for the late Precious Wills is scheduled for Friday, 8th of September, 2023. Stay locked. More news when we return.
Good morning, good morning, put a smile on your...
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Wait, I do even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Pull a port right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-3 334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Portmore. But here now, I'm going to tell you. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
Welcome to Limage Parfait Day Spa, your urban oasis and wellness center. Our services includes massages, treatments, facials, pedicures, weight management, detox programs, and much more. Call us today at 624-1452 or 720-7474. Trinidad locations and Bonacore, Tobago at 273-7772. Let us treat you like the VIP you are.
Are you looking for a place for your loved ones? Heavenly Care welcomes you. Located at Northside Road opposite Massey Motors, we offer a variety of services. These include doctor visitations, social activities, geriatric care, and much more. Contact us at 277-9595 or visit us at Northside Road opposite Massey Motors. At Heavenly Care, compassion is at the heart of all care.
Welcome back. Assemblyman Zorisha Hackett, Secretary of the Division of Education, Research and Technology, addressed the challenges encountered by the division during the reopening of schools for the new academic year. These challenges included procurement issues and delays in acquiring construction materials. Further details in this report from Ariana Scipio.
Assemblyman Zorisha Hackett spoke about the procurement problems that they faced throughout the school repair program.
The challenges came in the direction of procurement as well. And so the decision had to be made. Do we continue organizing that migration to the depository, have contractors get on board, or do we not have a school repair program in the true essence of that?
She also highlighted the issues that the contractors encountered during the program.
With this new OPR, we have a challenge where contractors in getting their paperwork done, we're just not getting that number of persons to be able to come into the tendering process.
The topic of transportation of materials between the islands was brought up as one of the many challenges faced.
But more than that, Candice, we have had some challenges as well with transportation of material between Trinidad and Tobago. And that has been another issue. I didn't highlight it because I felt as if, listen, all the issues we have surrounding us in this space and the negatives, we know what happens. We know what happened with transportation over this period.
Plans were also shared on how schools would be maintained during the term.
Electrical, plumbing, general security of the compounds, and so on. And then we're going to move into general upkeep and maintenance. And those works, we agreed, will continue throughout the term. Obviously, with OSH and all of that on board, you would not want to do that heavy-duty work with students on the compound.
Further emphasis was placed on the transportation issues and how they affected the role of the contractors in the project.
And I brought the transportation issue into the challenge. So once we got those contractors on board and legally completed the process, then they started. And then you had the issues. Cabo Star down, getting the material up, and then because we had a limited number of contractors this year, because they're still not on board, you have one contractor on 3 or 4 different schools.
She spoke about the role of handymen and ways in which they can be more active in schools in repairing the issues present on school compounds.
But what it also speaks to is the role of a handyman on a school compound. We have handymen there, and some of the issues that we're having contractors come on board to treat with, in my opinion, should be dealt with in a routine way by our handymen. And that's a conversation we need to have with the union. That's a conversation we need to have with the daily paid cadre and that support system around them, and get into that whole idea of productivity.
Assemblyman Zarisha Hackett spoke about the fencing issue at Scarborough Secondary, along with information about a meeting that was supposed to be held with the principal and the PT of the school.
The principal tried to communicate with them in that meeting, and I guess it was too late for them to come to the meeting. We spoke, PTA president and myself, Scarborough Secondary School's PTA president and myself spoke at length. Was it on Sunday? And we realized there was some communication mix-up. I don't know what happened, but they did not come.
The problem of school repairs continues to be an ongoing problem that faces many challenges and has affected many schools on the island, causing infrastructural issues to arise. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
With the resumption of school, the police are advising the public to drive cautiously and to be patient on the roads. Superintendent Rodhill Kirk shared these recommendations during an appearance on the Tobago Updates morning show. For more information, here are the details from Tanika Cruikshank.
According to Rodhill Kirk, Superintendent of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Tobago was relatively calm and peaceful during the Independence Day festivities, as compared to the previous week of usually high criminal activities. Kirk noted, in comparison to Trinidad, Tobago's biggest worries were break-ins and larceny, as there were only 8 murders in 9 months.
We still have, based on our statistic, 14% decrease in serious crimes within the island.
The TTPS superintendent noted that as of Monday, 4th September 2023, the detection rate has been 34%, which is a 4% increase.
Our mandate was set at 30. So we are now above the required detection rate.
Kirk further urged drivers to exercise caution as traffic delays are likely to happen with the reopening of schools. He added to exercise a greater level of caution when passing through school zones, as the area will be monitored by the TTPS.
I also want to remind motorists that area from the Collar Road going into the Anglican and the Methodist school.
Yes.
There is a traffic restriction between 7 to 9 and 2 to 4 p.m.
Superintendent Kirk is also advising parents who are sending their children to secondary school to ensure safety measures are in place for the transportation of one's children. Parents should be familiar with the transportation and the drivers.
The fact remains that there are predators out here as well.
Yes.
So you have to do your background checks. You have to do your due diligence in terms of who you leave your child with.
Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Water is life. Water is food. Leave no one behind. This is the theme for this year's edition of World Food Day. The announcement of the launch was made by the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources and the Environment and Sustainable Development. World Food Day is celebrated annually on October 16th to commemorate the establishment of the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, in 1945. The FAO is committed to managing all natural resources sustainably for future generations, with a focus on eradicating poverty, hunger, food insecurity, and malnutrition. The day's purpose is to raise awareness of global hunger and poverty and inspire innovative solutions for change. It ranks among the most widely observed days on the UN calendar, aiming to highlight the global issue of hunger and the importance of universal access to safe, hygienic, and nutritious foods. World Food Day will be launched on Thursday, 7th of September 2023 at the Shore Park Food Hub from 10 a.m. In some entertainment news, Tobago-born actor Winston Duke, known for his role in Marvel's Black Panther, has officially become a Rwandan citizen alongside 22 others. His sister, Dr. Cindy Duke, also became a naturalized Rwandan. Duke participated in Rwanda's annual gorilla naming ceremony, where he named a baby gorilla Interumikwa, Resilient Giant. He praised Rwanda's gorilla conservation efforts and expressed his pride and gratitude for their work. Additionally, he commended Rwanda's history and ongoing achievements. In July, Rwandan President Paul Kagame attended the CARICOM Heads of Government Summit in Trinidad and Tobago, emphasizing the need for stronger ties between Africa and the Caribbean. As we close off the newscast, here are the highlights one more. Duke's Olive Branch offer only applies to Chief Secretary. The Tourism Secretary says a small budget will be allocated for Tobago Carnival. Bethesda man charged with murder of Precious Wills. I am Kristen Salandi. Have a good night.